So I'm here with Shane, who is working within Robinson Caravans. What about Shane? What about you make a bit of an introduction to maybe your story? I guess how long you've been working within the company, what your role is, and so on. That would be great. A great start.
Yeah, so I'm Shane. I work at Robinsons Caravans. I'm at the workshop branch because obviously we've got two branches, one at Worktop, one at Chesterfield. I started in September, I'm going to say 2006,
Okay.
thereabouts.
Yeah.
I started off working weekends in the shop while I was still at college. Obviously finished college, and Pete, who was the shop manager at the time, now retired, said, do I want to come full time? So I did. And then I moved from shop into the sales department to work alongside Jared, who was the sales manager at the time, who's obviously moved up the ladder. And I'm doing sales admin at the moment here at Workshop. So yeah, that's me.
Good. So you've been there for about like 15 years, more or less, based on my quick calculus. 14.
Yeah.
14, yeah. I guess, what was your experience maybe before also acquiring the business, and then maybe after like the acquisition? Have you seen any differences on the data?
Yeah, so obviously when the Robinsons family owned the business, obviously it was a family run business. So obviously it was a close-knit team between the site here at Workshop where I was based and Chesterfield. We used to do quite a lot of things in the business and out the business together. And it's like a little family, if I'm honest. And if I'm honest, it's not really changed. Apart from, like I said, the owners of the business. They've tried to get the running of the business on a day-to-day basis pretty much the same, because it works. I suppose it's one of those things, why change something that's not broken?
Exactly.
So yeah, that's pretty much the business.
When we look at further acquisitions, normally like sellers are quite concerned about, well, what's going to happen to the people within it, what's happened, like, are we going to asset strip the business? Are there going to be any major differences? And our response to that is, like, if it's working, like, why change it? Pretty much just
So obviously when the Robinsons family sold the business and you guys came on board, yes, I suppose there was a bit of uncertainty, because personally I'd not heard of you as a company. So yeah, I suppose there was a little bit of uncertainty there, and then obviously COVID hits and obviously all that fun, if you like. So nobody knew what was around the corner. But yeah, we're obviously out the other side of COVID. Obviously it's still around, but yeah, well, I suppose we're out the other side, and yeah, it's not, like I said, nothing's changed. We've carried on as normal.